us. And now for today's SCL moment.
Today is Wednesday, December 20th, 2023, and it is Wellness Wednesday. Let's talk about it. Why do you think teenagers vape? Do you feel like advertisements are geared towards teenagers? Why? What's for lunch today? Spaghetti and meatballs with garlic breadstick, mixed vegetables, green beans, cheese pizza, pepperoni pizza, cucumber circles, cheeseburger, chicken smackers with garlic breadstick, buffalo chicken smacker with garlic breadstick, seasoned oven fries, PB&J sandwich and cheese stick, Cool Ranch Doritos, whole grain, reduced fat, baby carrots. The fruit of the day is fresh apple.
It's time for today's riddle.
A man on a motorbike crashed into the window of Mr. Ruby's store, grabbed a dozen of expensive watches, and drove away. When the police arrived, Mr. Ruby told them that he was almost sure it had been his nephew, Patrick. The officers went to visit the guy. Because of a heavy downpour, they got there in only an hour. Patrick was at home, together with his friend. "Look at the weather! I haven't been outside since yesterday." Patrick's friend confirmed his words. But the police didn't believe his story and arrested Patrick. Why? The guy's helmet is hanging on his motorbike. If it had been there since the previous day, it would be filled with rainwater now.
Here's today's word of the day.
Today's word of the day is compare. Compare means to show how two or more things are similar.
It's time for Time Rewind.
It's Time Rewind for December 20th. U.S. troops invade Panama in 1989. Americans awaken that morning to learn the news from President George H.W. Bush.
I directed our armed forces to protect the lives of American citizens in Panama and to bring General Noriega to justice in the United States.
That same day, Roger and Me opens in movie theaters. It's a documentary from Michael Moore.
In my hometown of Flint, Michigan, General Motors closed the factories and put 30,000 people out of work.
It becomes one of the most successful documentaries ever to make the theatrical circuit and puts Moore on the map as a filmmaker. The arts world loses two of its own on this day. Pulitzer Prize-winning author and Nobel laureate John Steinbeck dies in 1968, and the Grammy-winning entertainer who gave us this classic dies in 1973. Bobby Darin was just 37. Learn more about what happened on this day at time-rewind.com. I'm David Mendel.
Let's find out what happened today in history.
December 20th, 1803. Ceremonies in New Orleans formally marked the completion of the Louisiana Purchase. The United States doubles in size as it gains ownership of the western half of the Mississippi River Basin, which it bought from France. 1860. South Carolina becomes the first state to secede from the Union, prompting other southern states to follow suit. The following year, the first shots of the Civil War are fired in South Carolina at the Battle of Fort Sumter. 1989, the United States launches Operation Just Cause, sending troops into Panama to topple the government of General Manuel Noriega. And 1946.
Help me, Clarence! Get me back!
In New York, a preview charity screening of It's a Wonderful Life, a day before its official world premiere. The Frank Capra film starring James Stewart and Donna Reed is now considered a holiday classic. Today in History, December 20th. Sandy Kozel, The Associated Press.
Please, God, let me live again.